Just had lunch, afternoon's about done, gotta get back to work soon, but I think I got enough time for a Hearthstone match. Well, on PC anyways. I've been playing the shit out of this on mobile. It's kinda becoming a problem at work now that I think about it. Usually, I'm not too big on mobile games, but this is fun to play on the PC. Not to mention it works well with the touchscreen, it works on a mobile phone connection, and the matches only last about 5 or 10 minutes. If I could actually record this game on mobile with my voice and everything, which you would think would be possible with the cell phone, I could just make videos like this all fucking day long. I fucking love this game. Anyhow, today I'm playing as the warrior class, which is basically the hunter just without all the utility. More brute force and that kind of thing. Also, a lot of armor up stuff, which is pretty useful because he can go over the maximum health level if you got enough armor cards and, you know, use a special ability enough. Pretty handy, especially against mages. So far, what I like most about the warrior is that you can soak up a lot of damage and you're not overly dependent on healing spells or that kind of thing. Also, a lot of the minions he plays and the power-ups that he has kind of depend on the enemy damaging your minions, so it's to your advantage to trick them into doing stuff like AoE spells or trying to chip away at heavy hitters. In my opinion, it takes away a lot of the pressure to try to get low-level minions out there right away to start attacking. You can take a couple of hits and it's not going to affect you that badly. You can run it back pretty easily. I gotta say, though, I don't like having the first turn because I don't get that coin card, and that coin card's really useful. I mean, you can pop it early to get the first minion off, and that's all well and good, but if you save it towards the mid-game, you can play a high-level card and really wreck somebody's shit. Personally, as the warrior, what I like to do is to get a bunch of mid-range cards up there, you know, like 3 to 5 mana cost, and not worry too much about the 1 or 2 minions, because I can pop that armor spell off and take the first hit pretty easily most of the time. Not to say this strategy isn't without risk, because all of them are in this game due to the randomness of it, but it's a pretty solid one for me at least. I haven't had too bad of an experience using it. At least it makes sense to me because that armor ability's always going to be there, but you don't always get a 1 or 2 cost minion on your first draw. And if you don't do that and your strategy's dependent on that, you're pretty much fucked.
So many possibilities.
And I really love it when warlocks use that ability early on. In my opinion, it's not worth using that unless you have some kind of healing spell or drain spell or something that you can use to mitigate that, but, well, I guess he does have near 30 health, so taking a couple hits now is not going to hurt him that badly, but yeah, that means that I didn't have to play a minion to hurt him. Of course, the other reason he may be doing it is he could have a card that gets a bonus depending on how many cards he has in his hand, so this could be him building up to do a big attack. Might want to be careful about that. Still, I have an execute card, so if he plays a big minion or something that's really dangerous, I can always just tap it once then execute it, so I think I'll be alright. Not really happy with him wiping out my little shield bearer guy, but that does mean I don't have to worry about as many spells, so yeah, I'll just toss out an Iron for a Grizzly. Pretty standard card, one of my favorites, real dependable. I really like minions with taunt. They cause the enemy to tend to burn their spells earlier on, and they open up a lot more options for combat. Not gonna lie, even though he's burning a lot of spells, it's still pretty well played, but like I said, if he burns all those spells, he's not gonna have them for when my big boys come out, so that could be problematic for him later on. Personally, if I was him, I'd be playing some minions, but then again, he's using that Mortal Coil a bunch, so he's trying to get a big hand of cards. That makes me awfully suspicious about what he's trying to do. That's okay, though. I got a couple plans here, too. His minions aren't very high damage, and that Oasis Snapjaw has a lot of health. So if they damage that and I play the Berserker card, all of a sudden I'm going to have a pretty beefy minion out here. Oh man, I really wish he hit that Snapjaw. Then I'd be able to put Berserker mode on and attack him right away, but... oh, never mind. He damaged him anyways, and he blew up his own minions.
Why
He's got some taunters to replace, and that's going to complicate things a bit, but I can put out some taunters of my own too, so that should even the playing field a little bit. Really need to get some minions on the table so I can start blasting through this shit. Yeah, just add 1/1 with that Sun Cleric card. Play this 2-cost taunter. Yeah, that's a good strategy. At least it'll block one hit. Can't really say I have the advantage now, but at least I got something on the table.
My thanks.
Well, that's its second life drain, so I won't be seeing that card again at least. Alright, I'm not thrilled with that, but he didn't kill my heavy hitter, he lost some of his powerful cards, and he lost a really powerful taunter, so that should help me out a little bit. At least he won't be able to throw down that heavy taunter and block all my shit. Like that Dark Scale healer too, that pretty much negates that life drain, so my heavy hitter's still in pretty good shape, but... oh, he's probably gonna die soon, I can just feel that coming. He's gotta have some spell up his sleeve that's just gonna wipe him out. Oh, he's thinking deep. Who you gonna hit, buddy? One or the other. Yeah, that was a smart move right there. If he hit the Snapjaw, I still would have been able to hit him with it, so chipping away at him's not going to do him any good right now. That being said, I can heal myself with this character, hit him with the others, and he's pretty well fucked unless he has some kind of healing spell. I mean, I know that there's a robot character that can restore 8 health, so hopefully for him he has one of those, because he's going to need it. Ooh, that's a toughie. Oh, and he does have the heal bot. Wow. I'm making some good calls today. I should probably go buy a lottery ticket or something.
One shot, one kill.
That was a pretty mean hand. I think I still have the advantage here since I can take out that golem with execute, but yeah, I'm going to have to be pretty smart about what I do next, or else he could turn this around and kick my ass. I'm just glad he didn't play any taunters. That would have taken an attack wave from me, and then I wouldn't be able to damage him. At least, I think I'm going to damage him. I really need to think about what I'm going to do here. Actually, I take that back. I definitely need to damage him. I can press the advantage right now, and I can probably wipe him out before he plays anything that's going to turn the tide again. That sucks. The Snapjaw's kind of been my workhorse here. Kind of sad to see him go away. He must be thinking pretty hard, because if he had a good card to play, he would have played it by now. I think I got this one in the bag. Man, that Hellfire card sucks. AoE spells are really tough to deal with, but when they damage your own minions, it kind of ruins the purpose. But hey, I've been in that spot before. Sometimes you just don't have a good hand to play. Plus, it takes a lot of guts to play as the Warlock. He can do a lot of damage, has a lot of good tricks, but he takes so much damage just trying to play the game. He's a pretty risky character to play as. The Warrior can be pretty risky too, but not nearly as much since he has that armor ability, and not to mention there's quite a few cards that give him extra armor, so yeah, if you play your cards right as the Warrior, you can end up with like technically 40 health or higher, which makes him pretty hard to kill. To where the Warlock, in my experience, is more about damage, so if you're not doing damage as the Warlock, or at least getting a really good hand, then you're in a lot of trouble. Because that special ability just slowly kills you. You know, you get an extra card every time you use it, but the 2 health cost, Yeah, not a big fan of that. Anyhow, that's all the time I got for now, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.